with the 12 depot start, but at least he's making it at the front. It is Luis. Because everybody knows making SCVs is overrated.
I expected so much more.
You have no idea. This is not tired me. You'll know when I get to tired me. This is just zoning out. That's nothing. And, of course, we're going to follow up with an engineering bay. Of course, the build here, 12 depot, 12 refinery, 12 engineering bay, and then you got to get your first SCV started. That's very important. It's very important. Okay, on the other side, we have a gateway in production. He does have a gas. I believe that was gas before gate, which is a bold move. You don't see that often nowadays in this meta. And, of course, what you want to do is make sure, after building something as strenuous as an engineering bay, that you let your SCVs take a break for a bit, all right? They need some time off after such a stressful activity. So we got that wall off, that 15 supply wall, completed here in time for that probe scout. Beautiful timing there. Beautiful timing. And we've got the gateway following up and the cybernetics core. So that tech tree is branching out real quick here. A second pylon is on the way as well.
Your dedication.
Thank you, Angel of Death 1000 for the sub as well. Thank you for joining us. Give them some W's. And bringing us to our highest subs ever. Alright. So, now, like I mentioned, after constructing those very stressful buildings, gotta take a break. Give them a break, okay? And now it's time. Of course, we're going to get that second gas, and we're going to work up towards high-sec auto-tracking. So this way, the auto turrets, missile turrets, planetary fortresses, and point defense drones, which he has in spades here, doubling his missile turret count, are going to have that additional range. It's important to be able to keep that engineering bay active and get those early upgrades. All right. On the other side, the Twilight Council is on the way, as well as the Forge. The building's nice and evenly spaced out to create a very aesthetically pleasing main base, which is important if you're going to be in this game for 10-15 minutes. You can't be stressing out over where your buildings are placed, okay? Thank you, Sad Monkey 93 for the sub. Thank you for joining us as well. Bringing us even higher. All right, the turrets ringing the base. High-sec auto-tracking immediately followed. Queued up for +1 ranged infantry weapons. That way, when that 5th Marine comes out, they'll be well upgraded. And also, of course, helping out this bunker. We see the orbital command coming up as well. Got to be focused on that economy. And getting it within 3 minutes of the barracks finishing is very important as well. We see the factory completed. The worker counts nearly dead even at 4 minutes into the match. 23-22. A Ghost Academy. I like where this... I like where this is going. All right, we got the turret. Not really a ring, more like a kind of a... Just trying to just throwing all the turrets out there. They are in generally useful areas. The Ghost Academy is unfortunately without a tech lab. Going to be hard-pressed to produce any ghosts, but maybe that'll change soon. There's another turret. Okay. All right. And another one. Just throw them up. Another one. Another one. Let's go. Okay. On the other side, we got the Robo on the way. The Stalker's being warped in very expeditiously. He is microing around to see if there's anything around his expo. Very diligent out of our M-Hacks player, Mr. BaconWrap. Luis has that Ghost Academy. It does look very scary. A siege tank will be joining production after this depot is finished. +1 infantry weapons with +1 armor and building armor queued up. Remember, it's important to keep that engineering bay busy. Alright, Blink being chrono boosted out. BaconWrap finds himself supply blocked. I don't think he's going to be executing any attacks soon. Another turret. How many? We're going up to 7. You want to have at least 1 turret per minute. Your TPM has to be at least 1. Otherwise, you risk Just get them all. Neo Steel Frame. All right. And Cloak is on the way for the ghosts. Unfortunately, no ghosts, but that's the real trick. You research Cloak, and then the real Cloak is not having any ghosts at all. That way they'll never find them. Okay, the pylons creating some sort of satanic symbol around this nexus, but I mean, Protoss are pretty religious from what I hear, so. And dropping down the supply, not being supply blocked, but gotta use that energy. It's very important, so that way you don't mine out as quickly. All right, we got.
Hey, Winter.
Welcome back, Zero Mana. 8 months in a row. Glad you still enjoy. I'm changing the title of the stream because it's more appropriate now. The nuclear missile is on the way. Once again, the nuclear missile going to be used as a diplomatic tactic in order to notify the Protoss of the danger to both his economy and his civilians. Not actually meant to be used in practice, as that would trigger a chain of events that could leave either player or possibly both players devastated and possibly unable to recover. So getting that nuclear missile so that way his opponent knows he has it, thereby ensuring the safety of both parties. Okay, another Nexus is on the way. Blue Flame Hellion. Infernal Pre-Igniter being researched. Once again, no Hellions, but be prepared. Luis sounds like a Boy Scout, and he is already prepared for any eventuality. Another barracks is on the way. I'm excited to see what we're going to see out of this tech-labbed starport here. That's a great question. The Widow Mine moving into position. Both these players rocking up. We have 68 and 39. Almost 100 APM between them. Shut up. I know it's more than 100. I did the math now. Building armor almost done. Another turret, that TPM staying very high. We're at 9 turrets, or going up to 10, and even before 10 minutes. So his TPM solidly above that 1. On the other side, the next side are building. The probe count rocketing up towards 36. And we see the Protoss army coming together. Now that turret ring should be enough. Remember, they have high-sec auto-tracking. Gotta be able to obliterate this observer before it literally knew what hit it. A Banshee is on the way. Another version of cloaking. Why can't they just adapt it? Who knows? The technology obviously is not there yet. As we see the Widow Minefield, the turret ring, everything coming together here for Luis. Neo Steel Frame, going to make sure this bunker is as strong as possible. That TPM, once again, staying very high. He's up to 12, going on 13. He's going closer to 2 TPM at this moment. He's going to run out of minerals here, but we'll have to see if he decides to move his base. Unfortunately, turrets cannot fly, though I've heard that David Kim is seriously considering that in order to make mech more viable. All right, we have Stim on the way. Will we actually see a ghost produced? Because you do need a ghost to launch the nuclear missile, which has been banked up, but we will have to see. Combat shields as well being researched for the the fully 24 Marines. The fully 24 Marines as well. All right. So the expansion is being taken. A pre-10-minute mark expo. Ambitious out of Luis here, but I think he might be able to defend it. He's set up his defenses pretty well. He has a few turrets completed. We're looking at 14 so far. Neo Steel Frame completed for the bunker alongside that +2 armor. Very important. BaconWrap has been content to sit at home. He's a little bit introverted with his army, but the same could be said of both players. I'm sure when they interact, it will be very awkward and possibly damaging mentally. But that could be minutes, if not hours from now. We have a ghost on the way. And it has completed. What will Luis do? He does have that 1-1 done. Will that factor in the double armory as well? Cloak is completed. We see another big warp, and the Stalkers are ready to move out. He's finally completed. He has +1 weapons. We got the double cloak alongside every single engineering bay upgrade, and don't forget Infernal Pre-Igniter. I mean, I think he did, but don't forget it. The Banshees sneaking in. As you can see, he is actively microing to maximize the usage of these Banshees here in the middle of the open field. Because he... Nope, there are no bases here. He has successfully figured that out. Now what will he do with the Banshees? We're going to have to take a... Let's go to the Luis cam. In the Luis cam, we see Corvid Reactor has begun. A Raven in production, 2 Ghosts done. And it's time for some... Oh, but on the minimap, he sees... Luis, you're under attack. Are you ready? And he cloaks 1 Ghost. And what is he going to do with it now? All right. He's got the SCV. More turrets. Okay, let's keep that TPM high. But the Protoss army is waiting. But can it break these defenses? This ghost has been cloaked for a while. Decloaks, realizes the futility of its actions. Corvid Reactor, of course, only applies to Ravens as they are completing. Meanwhile, he is... Oh yeah, Neo Steel Frame. Did you know this? StarCraft trivia. Neo Steel Frame allows you to have double the amount of slots in a command center before it lifts. So that way you can bring plenty of SCVs to transfer. Now take your bets right now. Where is this base going? Do you think it's going to A, go to the natural, 2, some random location to the north, 3, go to one of the gold bases? I honestly don't know. I'm going to take a guess. I'm saying it's going to a gold base. Let's find out. And it looks like that Stalker going to have a real bad day, but get some valuable scouting information. And he's going to... He's going to slowly... It looks like he wants to take his natural. He's taking a very defensive posture so far. He's going to sneak around through his main. He's going to flank this army. He's going to flank this army with nope, it's over here now. They have not made it through customs to go to Frozen Temple, so they do have to wait. As you can see here, the border wall is very effective. And, all right, the auto turret not as effective as he might have hoped, but he's coming up. No, the Widowmine connects as well, laying down a lot of kills. Trying to go up the ramp. The Ghost will cloak. Will it launch the nuke? The nuclear missile. Okay. He's on it. Does the Protoss see? Does he realize what's happening? Will he go up the ramp? He's retreating. I thought he wouldn't realize. I was hoping he wouldn't. He cancels the nuke. Okay. Okay, everybody calm down. Nothing happened. Alright, the decloak. He is quite literally out of minerals. We see BaconWrap now racking up 3,500, 3,000. Plenty of gateways. He's looking at 53 probes. We have a bit of an income disparity right now, especially when it comes to the mineral count. But it looks like he's going to find greener pastures. This command center gonna test the borders of the map once again. The Widowmine's doing a great job. We see him trying to go up a ramp into siege tanks and Widow Mines. About 17 Guardian shields being laid down. I think it might be enough in order to hold. Is there another nuke? I don't think so. Will he get through? The Raven's kind of just chilling. The turret's unfortunately not as effective as he might have hoped. The Cloak Ghost doing a pretty great job so far. And the command center is gonna go to the corner of the map. It looks like option 2 is actually gonna come out on top. Is where that command center is. We still have the 2 Banshees coming in for the counter attack. Is there any detection? The supplies, not quite even after this exchange, but there's still a lot of Widow Mines here. Both command centers are on the move. The Banshees are actually killing like all of the probes, but he does have a bit of money in the bank, so I think he's gonna be alright. Like every single probe here. Pretty much all of them. Where is this rallied to? The Observer is rallied to a relevant location, which is important, and the Banshees are on the move, but the Observer is here, and that's gonna be the end of Luis's 16-minute double Banshee or is it? Or is it the Banshees in the main? Meanwhile, this army has been devastated by the Widow Mines. He's down to 31 probes. There's still a Ghost tapping this Immortal on the shoulder. The Immortal does not seem to give very many fucks. The Selecto Army hotkey, the real MVP here. Command Center still finding its place in the world. The Ghost, yep. Yep. Okay. So Luis in a rough position here. It's gonna be difficult to make a comeback from this position. But I believe, all right, anything can happen. This is StarCraft. This is real-time strategy. Anything can happen. All right. +2 on the Stalkers. Only 2 Observers. Of course, that is against 1 Ghost and 6 Widow Mines. So that still could be rough. He's not transferring the SCVs because he needs to leave a lot of SCVs at home, so when BaconWrap comes to try to kill him, then he thinks there's no more SCVs on the map. He's like, alright, I got you. So that's why you leave your SCVs at home and he thinks, oh, I'm just a noob. Wait, how are these rocks down? Wait, BaconWrap took down the rocks before when he attacked via that northern angle. So, we got, you know what? It's time for explosive shrapnel shells and when in doubt, fucking high-capacity fuel tanks. Alright? Now, for those who don't know, shrapnel shells increases the damage of Raven auto turrets and Seeker missiles. And high-capacity fuel tanks allows you to boost longer from your medevacs. Of course, he's severely lacking right now in either Ravens or medevacs, but it's the idea that counts. So, we still got some Widow Mines. Does he have Observers? Yes, he does, but he's gonna eat the Widow Mine hits first, just to make sure this game is as interesting as possible. But it looks like he'll finally clear them up, unless this Observer somehow flies into the beautiful turret ring. It looks like he's gonna take down... Oh no, the Observer's gonna go down, leaving him with no detection for these Widow Mines. Another one's gonna connect. Luis fights back. I mean, it's kind of a passive-aggressive kind of a strategy, but the Widow Mines will recharge. He stayed around just in time to make sure these Widow Mines have recharged. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough for Luis to bring it back. He's rebuilding his engineering bay. Because if there's one thing you need, it's to make sure you can get these planets. He's floating. Get out of there. Luis, run. It's a run. This barrack's not going to make it. And the planetary fortress. The last bastion of Luis in this match. The orbital taking a lot of fire here. He's gonna try to run away. Unfortunately, building's not very agile. The planetary, will it be repaired? Remember, it does have building armor. Will that factor in? He's right. That's a lot of repair. I mean, not really. And the planetary completes, and it's angry. Unfortunately, just because you're angry doesn't make you right. And it's time for +2 infantry weapons. All right, no barracks, but it's time for the weapons. So Luis finds himself at 15 supply, which is Jeez. Okay. We'll see if he can fight it back from here. He still has enough. And he has 1 SCV, 1 Ghost, and a motherfucking Dream right now. And also 6 Widow Mines, which somehow have survived. This Widow Mine, this one, 13 kills, 8 kills, 7 kills, 2 kills. Oh my god, Jesus! Another one! The barracks will go down. But Luis is no longer being revealed, and he has the Ghost ready for the counterattack. And if it's gonna be difficult, but he cloaks, and he taps the probes on the shoulder. It looks like the Adepts have found this building with their map hacks. The Widow Mines recharged and fired again, bringing us to 15 kills on El Capitan over here. 11 kills on the Sergeant. And Luis doing his best to fight it back, but I don't want to be calling games early. Okay, I don't want to call games early, but I think this game might be over. I think this might be the end of Luis. How many kills do you think this Ghost ends up with? 30? Not that many more probes left over here. There's the Observer. But it's not gonna be Luis with a sick reaction time, but somehow not enough to save that. And now we're gonna, and the Widow Mines are we'll reposition the Widow Mines. 0 SCVs, 0 command centers, but I've still got literally incapable of winning the game. He does not have any units or anything that can attack any buildings, so he is completely incapable of achieving victory in this match. But he still, technically, very, 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 very fucking technically, could have a draw. Very technically. Alright, our Widow Mines will connect. He's lowering the depot. That'll keep it out of vision for a little bit longer. The probe goes down, but it looks like the Widow Mine's gonna suffer the ultimate price. There is another Widow Mine back here. The turrets, the last bastion of Luis. The Widow Mines are going for the counterattack. Will it be enough? I mean, not really. And that's it. Luis is literally out of forces, but he fought. Now, we remember Luis not as he died, but as he lived. Like a 90-year-old hermit yelling out his window at the damn kids for being so loud. Putting a bunch of turrets up and security cameras to make sure they don't step on his garden. I mean, not really contributing anything, but we remember him as he lived. That was Luis. That was BaconWrap was a bronze player. Luis was unranked in that match.